Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to Outdoor Indoor Texan. Today I'll be showing y'all my recipe for smoked frog legs. They taste like chicken, but they go down kicking. If you follow this recipe, you'll be turning heads at parties and hearing their praises. So make sure to check the drop-down description below for all necessary ingredients and supplies. And once you've got everything rounded up, let's get to cooking. Starting out, you'll need between 1 to 2 dozen pairs of frog legs. You can either have them skinned and cleaned where the legs are left in pairs, or like these, you can have them individually separated. Totally up to you. Also, I'd like to take this moment to say thank you to a viewer and good friend of mine, Andreas, who sent me this frog meat after what sounds like a very successful frog gigging trip to Louisiana. Our first step in prep will be to marinate these legs with a tried and true, super simple go-to, the ever classic Italian dressing. Hey, we're already eating frog meat, so we really don't need to get all fancy by making some complicated homemade marinade. All joking aside, Italian dressing is a fantastic marinade because not only does it impart that well-rounded flavor you know so well into the meat, but it also helps tenderize the legs thanks to the acidic vinegar and citrus in the dressing. Toss your frog legs into a bowl or Ziploc bag and completely cover them with your dressing. Then let them soak in the fridge for at least a couple hours, if not overnight. Once the legs have marinated to your liking, take each piece out of the dressing and set them on a metal wire rack. This will allow the excess dressing to drip off the meat, but still leave enough to act as a binder for our seasoning. Also, using a wire rack when we get to smoking is much simpler, as you can place and take them off all at once rather than having to use tongs. Speaking of seasoning, we'll be hitting half the legs with the world-famous Musket Powder Gold Label. Now, the Gold Label is a sweet chipotle flavor blended with a hint of coffee rub that makes for an awesome overall seasoning. And to mix things up a bit, the other half will get a dusting of lemon pepper. Since it's such a solid flavor of chicken wings, I expect it to be fantastic on frog meat as well. Whatever rub you're working with at home, cover all sides of the meat and we'll be all set for the smoker. Today I'll be smoking these frog legs on my new Pit Boss Brunswick vertical smoker. To all my wood and charcoal diehards, calm down. I still love and use my Big Green Egg as well as our offset smoker plenty. But man, it is hard to beat the simplicity of pellet smokers when you're crunched for time. This was actually a gift from another viewer and close friend of mine by the name of John. Thank you again for your support and generosity. There will be plenty of videos to come using this setup, and please feel free to leave a comment below if you have anything in particular you'd like me to tackle with the Pit Boss in future videos. We'll be smoking these frog legs at 250 degrees Fahrenheit, aiming for an internal temp of about 160. Make sure to keep a close eye on that internal temperature because once they go over that target temp, they quickly turn to tough, dry, bad frog meat. I use an instant read thermometer to check the temperature every 30 minutes or so, and this batch was ready to be pulled out in just under 2 hours. And just like that, you're pretty much done. Take the legs off the wire rack and set them on a plate, add your favorite dipping sauce, and serve. I paired this batch with my Caribbean-style pepper sauce, which is a recipe available on my channel, but really anything that you like to dip chicken wings with will work just as fine with frog legs. Tasting these legs, they really do taste like chicken, and the overall experience is very similar to eating a chicken wing. The meat was moist and tender, and it had a great smoky flavor thanks to those 2 hours in the Pit Boss. Also, like chicken, the outside seasoning really drove the overall flavor, so the musket powder legs tasted like smoky musket powder chicken wings, and lemon pepper legs, well, they tasted like smoky lemon pepper chicken wings. Absolutely delicious. That'll do it for this one, and thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions or frog leg tips of your own, feel free to leave a comment below. I'm always happy to talk shop with my viewers. For those of y'all new to the channel, please make sure to like and subscribe for more great content to come. All right, y'all, take care.